If you have overcome yourself, you have overcome more than half the battle. Hello YouTube! This is Chriz Maniac bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this battle is a Yu-Yu match versus Godwin. Now as you can see, my team is a Volt switching team. This team is designed to gain momentum in my favor, offensive momentum as a matter of fact, and destroy my opponent's team. Anyways, look at Godwin's team. He looks like he has a team of random Pokemon. Once again, I gotta figure out Godwin's strategy other than him setting up Sticky Web and then hitting me with his various Pokemon. Anyways, I'm gonna take this opportunity to say that I'm extremely busy this week. I have like 25 hours of work, and that's like the most time I've worked like for 1 week. And also I am volunteering for like some kids summer camp also this week, so I am gonna be very busy and I'm not gonna be uploading much. I'm gonna try to upload as much as possible for Pokemon because I love uploading Pokemon as well. But you know, life comes first, as you guys all know. Anyways, I lead off with my set dropper for my team, which is my Fortress, and then out comes the Shuckle, which also sets up stuff for Godwin's team. And he goes for a knockoff, just taking away my Rocky Helmet, which is fine by me. That gives me like a free turn to set up. And like most of my team members, I could go for that Volt Switch or U-turn on my team, and I get momentum in my favor. So I can bring in Raymond, my Galvantula. And his Shuckle goes for the Encore, expecting me to do something else, like go for the Spikes, forcing me to go for more Spikes. And he doesn't get that because I just switch out right here. And I can set up Sticky Web. Right here we both set up Sticky Web on both sides of our field. And that's kind of nice for me. I mean, I guess that kind of evens it out because both of our Pokemon are now at -1 speed, which essentially makes us the same speed. But I'm going to take away that disadvantage for me because I could just spin away his rocks, his Sticky Web rather, and then he would be at a disadvantage. Anyways, his Shuckle goes for knockoff again. And that doesn't really do much to me, even though it's a crit because I'm a physical wall. And number 2, I already had my item knocked off. Anyways, in comes Victoria, Queen Victoria, because it's a Nido Queen. I get that reference, Godwin. And he gets slowed down by Sticky Web, whatever. I could just go for Rapid Spin on the switch and take away the Sticky Web on my side of the field, which puts Godwin at a disadvantage because it's always bad when your like Pokemon are at -1 speed. Anyways, I switch out right here because I'm scared of some sort of fire type move from Nidoqueen, because like the Nidoking, the Nidoqueen line is known for carrying that kind of moves. But he goes for the Sticky Web, not Sticky Web, the Toxic Spikes instead. And that tells me that this is in fact a defensive Nidoqueen, and that kind of tells me also that he probably doesn't have Fire Blast on this Nidoqueen. Anyways, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, just trying to damage to anything in his team. I was actually expecting Godwin to switch into his Avalugg right here just to take that Earthquake, but he just chooses to stay in, take super effective damage to his Nidoqueen, and get wrecked by like Earthquake, and take a lot of damage. I'm expecting him to go into his Avalugg right now, so I go into his Fortress because this gives me another chance to go for like, I don't know, some other sort of move like setting up hazards after he goes for the Rapid Spin. So here we have two really bulky physical walls and facing each other in each side of the field, and we were both gonna go for Rapid Spin right here. We're gonna both spin to win because if I don't Rapid Spin, then my Volt Trading team will get absolutely decimated by the Toxic Spikes and by the by the Toxic Spikes, because you as a Volt Switching team, you switch out a lot, and if you get hazard damage every time you switch in, then you get destroyed eventually, and you'll get destroyed faster because you switch out almost every other turn because of Volt Switch and U-turn. Anyways, I set up rocks just so he could be forced to go put a Rapid Spin on my switch out, so that I could get free switch into my next Pokemon. So that's exactly what I do. I go for the Volt Switch knowing that he's gonna go for Rapid Spin. He's forced to go for it unless he wants rocks on the side of the field. I could bring in a Pokemon that could threaten this Avalugg out, which is my Thoriel, my very fabulous Ampharos. So, as expected, he goes for a Rapid Spin, and I get off that lucky 30% static off on his Avalugg, and now his Avalugg is paralyzed, which is great because now it only has a 30% chance. It has a 30% chance of not doing anything, and it actually becomes paralyzed a lot in this battle. Anyways, I Mega Evolve into my very fabulous Mega Ampharos, and right here I go for the Focus Blast, hoping to knock it out in one shot if it doesn't have Sturdy, or at least bring it down to like 1 HP with Sturdy. But I missed right here, but that actually is good for me because he shows right here his Avalugg, his Mirror Coat, and if I hit that Focus Blast and if he Mirror Coated my Ampharos, then Ampharos would be absolutely devastated. It would get destroyed, annihilated, because Mirror Coat reflects back special attacks and deals double the amount of damage. So I was actually lucky that I missed a Focus Blast, which was a really funny series of plays right there. Anyways, I missed a Focus Blast again on Nidoqueen, which doesn't really matter because Nidoqueen would resist that and wouldn't take that much damage because it's also a wall. So I don't really mind those two focus misses, even though that kind of sucks. Anyways, he sets up Toxic Spikes on my switch into Fortress. I'm expecting him to like just set up more Toxic Spikes, but instead he just goes to the obvious move, which is Fire Blast. And at that point, I was expecting this Nidoqueen to carry Fire Blast because it's shown to be the defensive Nidoqueen. But I guess defensive Nidoqueen still carry Fire Blast. Anyways, Victorious gonna switch out right here because in comes my Flygon, and Flygon would destroy with an Earthquake, and he brings in the Shuckle. And he is hoping to survive a 2 KO just to set up Sticky Web. But it looks like I'm gonna have a clear 2 KO and a Shuckle, which is pretty nice because with Sticky Web on my side of the field, that would really hamper my Volt Switching team because Volt Switchers are known for getting momentum with speed. And if you're not speedy enough, then you can just get outsped and get destroyed and not and be at a horrible disadvantage. And my Darmanitan wouldn't like that as Sticky Web on his side of the field. Anyway, so to bring him Ampharos once again because it's my best thing to hit this Avalugg with. And he's paralyzed right here, which is pretty nice because he probably went for the Avalanche or Ice type move right there, and Avalanche would wreck my Flygon as well as my Ampharos because they're both Dragon type. Anyways, in comes that PMD reference, Grovyle, his Dusknoir, and I could go for the Dragon Pulse, just dealing a lot of damage to the next Pokemon coming in. I actually didn't go for the Focus Blast because I was actually predicting his Dusknoir to come in, predicting that Focus Blast. So I deal some damage to that Grovyle, to that Dusknoir, and that's nice because Dusknoirs are extremely bulky, especially with Assault Vest. I know this guy has Assault Vest because I know Godwin likes to carry around Assault Vest, Dusknoir, and have 4 attacking moves. That's also why I bring in my Tyrantrum because I know I could possibly set up Dragon Nest under this guy because he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp. But he also has Ice Punch, which hits me super effectively, so I'm forced to go for attacking move right here. And I go for a really strong Head Smash, and that deals so much damage to Dusknoir, even knocking it out. And even though that Dusknoir is kind of weakened, like a Dusknoir getting knocked out by one sort of move, like right away from a Pokemon, is kind of incredible because Dusknoirs are extremely bulky. Anyways, I go for that the Iron Jaw? What's it called again? Strong Jaw boosted Ice Fang, but that Nidoqueen, since it's defensive, it narrowly misses a KO, and I get KO'd in return by a Sludge Wave. And I don't really mind that because I can just simply knock it out with one sort of move. Just a little hit with your finger would knock this Nidoqueen out because it's a very low HP. And I bring my Flygon, and he is threatened out by that. And Godwin actually brings in his little iceberg this time, or rather big iceberg, and I go for the Earthquake, and it hardly does anything to Avalugg because it's a physical wall, because most Avaluggs are physical walls. And I'm forced to switch out right here because this Avalugg is gonna KO me with the Avalanche if I choose to stay in, and I won't really do much damage to it. So I bring in Raymond, my other special attacker for this team, and his Avalugg is still paralyzed, which is great, and now I can drop a Thunder on this Avalugg, hoping that he would be paralyzed next turn because he would probably Mirror Coat me, and I would like to KO it maybe. Hopefully anyways. So I go for that big Thunder. I hit it thankfully because you have still a 7% chance to miss it. It only does like 40% to it, and it KOs me with a Mirror Coat, so I'm like, whoa, that's especially defensive Avalugg. And even though I hit it with a physical move, it hardly does anything. So I guess specially defensive Avalugg is still a thing. It took that Thunder from a Gavashla with max special attack very well, even though you wouldn't think Avalugg would take that really well. And that is a really good set by Godwin, I guess, a special defensive Avalugg. I should make one of those sometime. Anyways, I go for that Focus Blast. I actually hit it this time, but it hits the wrong thing, but it still knocks it out, which is fine by me. And down goes Queen Victoria by my fabulous Thoriel, a mix of the god of thunder from like Scandinavia, and beauty products from France. Anyways, he goes for that Ice Beam with Chriz, which is my signature Pokemon. Porygon 2, if you don't know, or Porygon Z rather, is my signature Pokemon. But it's actually kind of too weak for Yu in my opinion. Look at that, I actually survived the Ice Beam from that guy even though it was super effective. And I could just retaliate back with a Volt Switch, and it takes more than half of his HP away. It's so frail, and it doesn't hit hard enough. And that's why I don't. It's not good enough for Yu in my opinion. It should be moved on to Ryu, and that will be a place where it'll truly shine. But that's why I named it the Battle of Chris versus Chris, because I am facing myself essentially, my signature Pokemon, in which Godwin named after me, which is a pretty big honor. Thank you, Godwin. Anyways, here comes Never Melting, and my Thoriel, my Ampharos gets knocked out by poison, and that kind of sucks. I could have used the Ampharos as KO fodder later on, but I kind of wasted it. But anyways, my plan this whole time was to weaken Godwin's team enough so that I could just Flare Blitz my way to victory, and I am hoping to knock out this Avalux. This is not fully like defensive, and knock it out with a Flare Blitz, which hits really hard because I'm a Darmanitan. Even though I don't have like a Choice Band or Life Orb or anything because I'm Scarfed, it still hits really hard because Darmanitan has monstrous attack on 145 base power, I believe. Anyways, it comes something that could take a Flare Blitz, and in comes Chickenpox. I could bring a Sahara right here and actually get off that free switch in because he goes for that that ground move, and I could just resist that because I have Levitate, and I could go for that Earthquake on anything he ever brings in, and that turns out to be me, which kind of sucks because that's my signature Pokemon, and that's kind of painful because I love Porygon Zeds. They're my favorite Pokemon. Look at how glitchy it is and how like messed up it is, like a lot like me. Anyways, it comes Chickenpox, and I could just Earthquake this guy to KO it, and he goes for Hydro Pump, but he misses, which kind of sucks because Godwin told me that he was Specs, and I could have potentially knocked out my Flygon, because Flygons are not the bulkiest Pokemon. Anyways, down goes the Seismitoad, and that brings me the victory at 2-0 in my favor. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna try to upload as much as I can this week, but I am extremely busy. I have 25 hours of work plus volunteering at some kid's summer camp, so I can't really do much this week. I'm gonna try as much as possible though, maybe 1 or 2 more uploads this week. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time!